Hey, what's up? Skill Shadow 4 here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to defend on the site Lockers and CCTV, which is located on the map Bank. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is setting up site. Where are you going to put your reinforcements and such? The first two places you're going to want to put reinforcements is this wall and this wall. You're always going to put reinforcements there no matter what, because the attackers are going to be coming in, and if that's soft reachable, they're going to open it up, and their goal is most of the time to plant right here. This is a really good spot to plant because it's really hard to defend from. So definitely get these two walls. Second, I would say come over here and reinforce this wall. Now you want to reinforce this wall if you have a mirror, because if you can place a mirror right here and then impact this wall, this is very, very strong. If you do not have a mirror, or if mirror gets banned because she has a high ban rate on this map, then don't worry about reinforcing right here. A big part of reinforcing on this map is the hatches. So you have a hatch here in CCTV room. You have a hatch over here in server room. You have a hatch right here in this hallway. You have a hatch over here in elevator, right here. And you have a hatch right here in vault. It's a lot of hatches. Now you may not be able to reinforce all of them, but I'm going to show you the most important ones to reinforce. So you're going to want to reinforce this hatch right here. You're definitely going to want to reinforce this hatch, and last but not least, you're going to want to reinforce the hatch that's located in vault. Also very important. Now, I'm going to show you where these hatches are located up above, because they can be difficult to locate. So the hatch in hallway is located right here. The hatch above site, a little left of site, actually is right here in admin office. The hatch into server room is right here at skylight. And the hatch for vault is over here in tellers. You're going to want to reinforce all those places if you can. If you can't, that's fine, don't worry about it. But you're going to want to get most of the hatches, because a big part of attacking on this map is playing vertical, and you want to minimize the amount of vertical control the attackers can get. Alright, so now once you've reinforced, you're going to want to set up the site with the shotgun or impacts. So you're going to want to shoot out right here for garage. That way you can watch this. You can get some really good angles right here. Crouching angles even. You're going to want to come over here. You're going to want to impact this wall right here. This is very important, because when you impact this wall, it allows you to get in behind cover right here. And if you're playing a mirror or smoke, you can sit here, wait for the plant that they normally do default, and then either throw your nitro over there or throw your smoke. You might want to impact right here, that way you can rotate between sites a little bit better. That's very useful. If you end up not reinforcing this wall over here, you can shoot it out with the shotgun. You can get some really nice angles off the bomb. Now for barbed wire. Barbed wire is really useful on server stairs, right inside server room right here. On the main stairway right here, barbed wire is especially useful to slow down rushes and such. Definitely put it there. It can be useful right out here by garage. It's not the best spot in the world, but it can be useful. Now for deployable shields. A really good deployable shield is right here. It's a really useful spot. Another good deployable shield is over here in server stairs. If you put it, I don't know, around right here. This is a really good spot for anyone that's defending server stairs. It provides a lot of protection. Or you could even put it in the doorway and use it kind of like a mirror. The reason this can be risky though is because if someone's playing up there in balcony, they could potentially kill you. An interesting place to put a shield is right in front of the bomb. You can't play around the bomb as much, but it does allow you to see if anyone's crossing, and can set you up for some really funky angles. Alright, so now we're going to talk about different positions you can hold on the map to be really effective in your defense. The first position I want to talk about is server stairs. This is a very important position to hold. 9 times out of 10, the attackers are going to be able to take server room. But the goal when you're playing on server stairs is to delay that as long as possible. So I would pick either a smoke or a pulse, and I would run it with a shotgun, because you're doing really tight angles right here. You can one-shot at this distance. So get a smoke or a pulse, and you're going to set up just in server room stairs. You could even have a shield like I talked about. Those are useful. And you're going to want to hold this angle, and you're just going to want to deny them entrance to them. Now, a lot of times, attackers are going to try to nade you out. So if you have a Jaeger, try to get into place an ADS down here, right here. That way he can protect you, because they're going to be wasting a lot of utility trying to kill you. So just watch out for that. Make sure you place an ADS there. And yeah, just play around, you know, keep them back, keep them from entering. Don't let them get down here because then they can take server, and you don't really want that to happen too early on in the round. Now, if you're playing smoke, you can throw your smokes on the edge right here, and you can waste a lot of time because they can't enter and they can't do anything. So that's why smoke is really the best. Then I would say pause because you know where they are, you can track them, and you got your nitro. All right, now we're going to talk about holding in server room itself. This is another really key position to hold. Now, what you're going to be doing here is you're going to be protecting the guy that's playing in server stairs. You're going to be making sure no one flanks and kills them. So the first part is obviously you're going to want to watch for jewelry front. Watch these tons, and I would recommend, you know, maybe a quick peeking, trying to get some info, not committing to a gunfight. If you have an ACOG, I might commit this gunfight. Just hold a really tight angle and shoot whenever you see anything. Yeah, watch out for that. That's where you're going to be holding primarily. Not a lot of time, attackers won't come through there a lot of times, but you're going to want to hold for that. You're also going to want to watch for this hatch. So if they break hatch open, your job is to make sure that the guy in server room can escape, or that they don't get anyone down here in his sight too quickly. It is really risky to hold right here, so eventually you might want to see if you can get back into sight. But yeah, watch for tons, watch for hatch, and just watch to make sure your teammate in here is safe and he's not going to die. Jaeger is a really good op to play this as well, because you can place an ADS right here, and if they try to nade you from hatch, or if they do get down to service stairs and try to nade you from there or tunnel, you're not going to be able to do it. So I would always keep ADS on here or an ADS in my back pocket, or both. That way, if it's accurate, you can place one down to help you. Dock or Rook would also be useful because you got the ACOG, you know, that long angle. But yeah, so I would say Jaeger or Dock or Rook. I mean, you can hold with other operators too, but those are the best ones. Alright, now we're going to talk about holding in the site itself, in a site. So the first spot you're going to want to be holding a lot is around the bomb, because there's a lot of cool angles you get around the bomb, which is really hard to spot. This angle is really good, because when they come around the corner and they're looking at bomb, they can completely miss you. It's really hard to see. One of my favorites is down like this. With the smoke and the grading, it's almost impossible for anyone to see you. You could get some nice shots, do a little bit of damage even if you don't kill them, because penetration. Over here on this desk, this is more of a risky spot to hold, but it could yield you some nice kills. It's a good angle, but getting back out into safety can prove challenging. Playing around the desk is always nice. Make sure you clear all the stuff on the desk. Again, just playing on the other side of the bomb. You can crouch below the desk. If you're like an Echo or something, you have a Echo drone in there. Crouching below the desk could be useful. But you're going to want to watch out, because if they drone you out and they have nades, there's no ADSs, they're going to kill you. Holding this angle back here can be really useful to watch server rim and hard to spot, or holding the angle in the doorway. These are a lot more common angles, so they're going to clear them out and you could die easily to them, so just watch out for that. This is definitely the best spot on the site to hold. If you have a mirror and you get to put a mirror down right here, it denies so many pushes, because they have no clue if you're there. They have no clue when you're going to come out. You can just watch server room. They come out and kill them, one tap them. It's so easy. Just make sure you impact this, which I don't have an impact on me. Make sure you impact that and clear it. That way you can crawl through, like I said below. You know, get your nitro primed. I would go prone right here because they can't see you. Throw your nitro out. Or if you're playing smoke, you can get them with the smoke. You can play anyone here, but definitely the most powerful would be Mira or smoke. Anything that you can throw over there to deny the plant is really good. Now in garage, you're going to want to play around this ambulance right here, this bank truck. Sorry, not an ambulance. And so the best spot is really down here by the tires. You can watch this long angle right here, and it can be difficult to spot if they don't see you on the drone, or if they just don't drone out at all. This is the best spot in garage to hold right here. You don't want to hold right here because they could see your feet. You could play a little bit more forward. It's a lot riskier because if they bring multiple people, you cannot escape easily. But this can lead to some good kills. Heck, you can even play all the way up here. Really cheeky. And basically spawn peek them. You play through this window right here and shoot them as they come down. In the secure hallway, you can play behind these bars to kind of watch garage and a little bit of stairs. It's not the best angle in the world, but it works. One of the best angles in B-side to hold is if you crouch right here, right by these lockers, and you peek out, you can get a lot of kills from garage. I would recommend using an ACOG for this one. And I would recommend, if you're holding garage too, I would recommend you use an ACOG. ACOGs are really powerful on this map. Another angle you can hold in B-site is right behind this bomb. This is a great angle. If you have a shotgun or if you just shoot this out, you can watch the stairs and there's no one that's going to kill you. If you're fast with your reflexes, this is such a good angle. It's really hard to spot when you're an attacker and get you a lot of easy kills. Your job when holding this angle is just make sure that no one gets down from stairs and sometimes maybe garage, because if I'm holding this, I like to also be holding garage. So these two angles in combination. Another great spot to play is right by these cards right here. If you're a maestro or an echo, this is a great hiding spot because you can be on your cams and you can watch all sorts of places with minimal chance that you're going to be killed. The only place you really have to watch here is hatch. If they break open hatch, you're in a lot of danger. But when you're not on cams, you can come around here, you can watch garage, you can even push forward and watch stairs, but it's not the best angle in the world. So this is really useful to just watch garage, watch anyone pushes inside, and to play on your cams, whoever you may be. Now, if they can test you right there and you need to move back, or if you just want to play safer, I would play here in the vault. Playing around the bars is really useful. You can watch main stairs. If you can watch hatch right here, they drop the elevator, but you do have to watch vault hatch because if they break that open, you cannot play here, so you're going to be forced to move back. But otherwise, this is the great angle to deny pushes and deny anyone trying to come downstairs or elevator hatch. If you're playing in gold vault around here, it's really useful if you have a pulse because they can track anyone that's around this area. So playing here with a pulse is really useful. Check that out. I would definitely practice that. And you can go forward here, watch this cart, which is your goal here is to play around the bars and the cart and watch for any pushes through garage. That's very important. One good tactic is to break out both these walls and then play someone with an ACOG and hold this angle. It's really hard for the attackers to get you off this one. 9 times out of 10 you're going to win this gunfight. It's just so powerful. Alright, now you're going to want to have someone playing above around open area because verticality is very important on this site and you're going to want to make sure that they get as few hatches open as possible. So when you're playing on open area, you're going to want to either stop them from getting vertical control or delay vertical control as long as possible. So what I would do is I would come over here, I would board up this doorway by staff room that we can hear if anyone comes through there. I would watch this window because a lot of people is really common going through that window. I may break this open. This is a good spot to hold. Hold farther back actually. This is a good spot to hold. To watch over there. You're going to want to watch from hallway. This is where you're going to watch most of the time. Because a lot of people, when they attack, they'll start out on the top floor, they'll clear it out, and then you start coming down the stairway. So you're going to want to watch the stairway. Make sure no one gets inside open area. Now there are hatches over here, like I talked about, over by tellers. You can roam and try to take those out, but this is not really a roaming role. This is just anchoring on top of sight. Sometimes when you're playing up here, you can break this hatch open and just play off of this. And then when they come in, you can drop down for an easy escape. If you don't feel like you want to try to prevent access altogether, you can delay it a lot better if you have an exit route. There's a lot of stuff you can do with the cubicles over here to get really nice angles and stuff. This is one of my favorites. It's really nice, and not a lot of people are going to be looking for it unless you get drawn down. This is now one of my favorites. Hold an angle right here. The attackers aren't going to expect it. You can get some easy kills like that. Really good spot. If you want a really long range angle, you can open up all of the cubicles and that wall, and you can hold them back here for that doorway. This is a really good angle to hold, but the attackers are expecting it sometimes, so just be careful of that. So yeah, holding up here, definitely just deny access to all the hatches, stop vertical control, stuff like that. The best operator is to play over here. Any roamer would be good. A vigil is really good because they can't drone you out, so I would highly recommend vigil. Jaeger is okay, he's not bad. Someone with an ACOG would be good, a doc or a rook. definitely, because there's a lot of long range fights you can take right here. Even a pulse. A pulse would be really beneficial too, especially if they try to take upper control right here. Now, if you're playing on CCTV site and you're playing on roaming, your goal is to help out that guy that's playing in open area. You're going to want to help him deny vertical play. So you can go wherever on the map that you like. Just keep in mind that your primary goal is to make sure that they don't get vertical control. That's very important. So, you know, you could roam third floor at the beginning and then transition to second floor as you go along, or you could just start out on second floor. But make sure they don't get any control. This, when you're roaming, the important places to watch are this hatch right here, because the guy in open area can't cover it, and hatch over here in towers. You want to make sure that these are locked down and no one has access to it. If you can do that, you've done your job as a roamer, because trying to take CCTV without vertical control can be very, very challenging. Alright, so that's pretty much it for my guide on how to play CCTV. Hopefully it helped you out, gave you some good angles and positions to play on, and who your team should play as, which operators they should go. I didn't go into depth a lot on how to play each operator on this map. If that's something you'd be interested in seeing, let me know in a comment and I'll definitely consider the video. And if you thought it was a good video and it really appreciated it and it really helped you out, like, comment, and subscribe, because that really helps me out trying to grow. I would really appreciate that. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.